What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. Today, I have a special guest, as you can see here. First time getting an in-person interview. My guy, my homeboy, Mr. DJ, who's from where I'm from. We both from Charlestown in Portsmouth, Virginia. You know what I mean? We grew up together, so this is my guy. He's over in Tallahassee, killing it. He got lawn care companies. He got all type of other ventures that I'm gonna let him tell you about later on. I mean, so without further ado, please welcome Mr. Davon Mills, founder of Mills Pro. What's up, Davon?
What's up?
Look, I gotta dot you up. I gotta dot you up.
Oh yeah.
So look, my boy, I told you, this is Davon, y'all. That's DJ to me. You know what I mean? Nobody Nietzsche on Instagram. You know what I mean? That's the one I always be tagging in my stories. So let's start off right though. Tell them a little bit about, you know what I mean, where you from. By the way, I'm supposed to say this too because I got some notes here. So y'all gonna see me looking down, right?
Okay.
I got some. I was supposed to say this too, but I was so busy trying to be fancy and talk all fly and shit. Let me go back to the notes. So in the notes I got, he's a Clean Biz Network member, FYI. So even though he running a lawn care company, he is in CBN. You know what I mean? So let's be clear on that. He been in there. He been doing six figures. This man building real well. So now we can jump into it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mr. Davon Mills. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, all of that.
As you already said, Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay.
Right now I live in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
With a rocky, crazy weather.
Yeah.
Spot rain and
like it was today.
Right. But right now currently I do a lawn care business called Mills Pro.
Right.
And I guess I'll say the rest later.
Okay, bet. So let me look at my notes now because it's notes time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got here? All right. So one thing I know about you with your lawn care business is you invested in other things.
Mm-hmm.
So could you kind of just first start us off with what's everything that you got going on that you invested in addition to the lawn care company?
So the first thing from lawn care, I went to vending.
Right.
I was curious about putting snacks and stuff, and the machines and stuff kind of intrigued me a little bit. So basically, I bought I bought a big industrial machine first. Bought the first industrial machine, and when I got it, I was like, dang, I can't move this thing. I was like, this thing is too big.
Right.
So I got that, and I took it home, and basically I found a location, but I couldn't move it. So what I did was I sold it.
Right.
I sold it from there. But after I sold it, I ended up saying, no, this is not gonna work. Took a break from it.
Mm-hmm.
Found another one.
Okay.
I bought another industrial. I said maybe it'll work this time.
Right.
Put it in I put it in a salon.
Mm-hmm.
The salon lady was like, when you gonna bring the snacks in? I was taking my time because I was doing lawn.
Right.
At the time I was in the field like crazy.
Yeah.
So basically I ended up getting rid of that one. And I said, well, I wanna do vending.
Right.
This is, I guess I'm not gonna say I had a little love for it, but I wanted to stay in it. So what I figured out was go into the bubblegum machines. You know what I mean? I'll rack up the quarters if I need to.
Okay.
It was easy. I had no problem picking up the machines, putting them in there, and from there, that's
Where's the machine located, if you don't mind me asking?
I got one in a gym. I got laundromats.
Okay.
Tire shops.
That's what's up.
That's all.
Okay, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. Now my next question is, like, we'll dive into those in a minute. Cause we're gonna go to the specifics of everything you into.
Okay.
But let's really dive into your bread and butter first, the lawn care.
Okay.
So, I guess first talk about what's your secret to getting customers.
My secret. It's a good question.
Okay.
Good question. So my secret is, starting off, was door to door.
Okay.
Like flyers.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you the niche that I did. I feel like what really made me jump off with it. I used to put on the flyer. My flyer wasn't like the typical looks pretty with the art or whatnot.
Yeah.
This was like a
black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah.
It was black and white. It had for a basic mow of lawn, weed eating, edging, and blowing.
Right.
And it had a line they had a dollar sign with a line, and you put the price in. People love that.
Right.
People love you know
Right.
because you put a flyer up there. Now they got to call for a quote.
Facts.
I put my niche that I feel like a lot of the other lawn guys wasn't doing were putting the price there. I used to walk like literally when I guess we can all see like how steak jobs be, they're like an 8 to 5 type thing.
Right.
So doing 8 to 5, I used to wake up and I figure out what neighborhood I'm going to. I literally walked the whole neighborhood.
Dang.
The whole neighborhood. I walked, I looked in the backyard, peeking, make sure I won't, gonna get in trouble or nothing like that. But
Right.
I peeked in the backyard, looked at the front. I said, okay, well, it's gonna be X amount of dollars, But say for example, if it was like a neighborhood where it's like, let's say like a quarter acre, well, not even a quarter acre. I'm gonna say like a lot.
Right.
So that's probably a lot. Typically would be like 0.11 or something like that.
Right.
So that's like something you could just push.
Right.
So that one particular neighborhood.
When you say 0.11, you talking about acres.
No.
What are you talking about?
That's not even an acre.
Okay.
Like
so right, you talking 0.11, like a decimal of an acre.
Correct. So basically, with that, I said these like some push more neighborhoods. So what I did was I said, well, I'm gonna put $40 on this whole entire neighborhood, right? I'm gonna make sure that they all about the same.
Right.
And then I put at the bottom, well, this was the second year, but I put my first year, I put the $40 on it, on this small little neighborhood. I got plenty of calls,
Right.
but they were like hit and miss in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hit and miss, like it was like a house here, miss a house, house there, miss a house.
Right.
The following year, I put a star at the bottom of it, same flyers. Put a star that said, "Ask about our grab a neighbor deal."
What year was this?
This was 2017, about 17, I believe. Yep, 17. So,
because I did an Ask Your Neighbor flyer too. I was just trying to see, dang, did he get that from me or not? Look, we literally did that with our cleaning company, right? We had a flyer that literally said Ask Your Neighbor.
That's a great idea.
That's crazy. So we were thinking on the same wave apparently.
I did an Ask Your Neighbor deal, and it worked with some. I filled in some of the missing properties, and basically what I would do was I gave them a deal. That deal was, if you at the 40 range, if you pull both of your houses, I give it to you at 75. So basically, we gonna drop them down to like 32.50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So instead of taking 40, you gonna get that 75 hit. And for lawn guys, if they don't know where the real money is at, the real money is keeping it as tight as possible. Keeping your route as tight as possible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to jump from south side to north side to east side to west side. Right. You want to, if today is October the whatever it is, the 6th or whatever. Right. October 6th, you want to stay, your route needs to be north side only.
Only on that day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's factual. Yeah. Matter of fact, because that was what it was for us in the cleaning industry. Like, and I overlooked that sometimes. I'm glad you brought that up. Was one of the advantages that we had was all of our cleaning contracts, like especially on the weekends, all of them was in this one industrial complex. So it was like a bunch of little weekend janks, and we hit a one by one, like 23 of them in one day. That's a lot of buildings to do.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
But they all right beside each other, so won't nothing to it. So that's a huge point.
You don't have to move. No fuel, and we kind of fuel based. Right. You know what I mean? So, man, we literally fill up like every 2-3 days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Per truck, you looking at maybe like 120, 130-ish, when it jumps. Right. On a good end, a good day when the gas is down, you might be at like 75 per truck. Right. You know what I'm saying? But doing that constantly every 2-3 days, man, them gas stations be loving you. They start throwing discounts at you and everything. Right. Man, you need to get a gas card. But yeah, that I would say that was probably the niche. Yeah.
Customers, yeah.
And when I say I done it, like, I can't exaggerate. Like, I was killing them houses. Like, I used to like when I wasn't going out to cut,
Mhm.
I used to ride through neighborhoods and say, okay, I'm gonna hit this neighborhood this
Right.
week. You know, I'm gonna probably do this neighborhood on
Right.
Tuesday.
Right.
Go to another neighborhood. I said, okay, I'm gonna do this one on Wednesday.
Right.
I estimated. I never counted. I'd be lying if I said I counted all the houses.
Right.
But I was like, okay, it looked like it was maybe like 200 houses out there.
Right.
This is one thing that I've noticed, and I'm not scientifically sound with this, but on flyers,
Mhm.
you supposed to at least get a 1% return on that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's they say you're guaranteed a 1% return.
Right.
So if you pay for flyers at like $200,
Mhm.
you supposed to at least get one client
Right.
with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With those flyers. So with mine, I came in the game. I low bid. I felt that in the beginning though.
Right.
I did, but I had no overhead. I had nothing. So it all came to me at
Right.
that time. You know
Right.
what I mean?
That's
But
what's up.
but yeah, that's
Okay.
that's basically my
So
piece there.
that made me think too, because you talked about mainly it was that residential and how you ran that special to get rolling, right? That was your secret.
Mhm.
So now I gotta ask this question for my cousin. Shout out Mike, right?
Mhm.
My little cousin. He always, asked me for tips or whatever. I told him he had to reach out to you. So I'm gonna ask you a question on
Mike,
behalf
you
of him.
I haven't heard from Mike. I haven't heard from you,
Mike, you gotta hit him up, Mike. So look, so how did you get from residential to commercial? So what you'll see, because I remember one time, like one of his biggest things was, and I really didn't know the answer. That's why I asked you was okay, what do you do during wintertime, right? Because we all think a lawn care is
Right.
seasonal.
Right.
So
right.
how did you get in commercial? Because you kind of told me the commercial was the secret to get past the winters.
Yeah.
So how did you get it into commercial?
Same concept.
Okay.
You basically Mike, I can give you a secret. I'll
Okay.
give you another secret here. Take this and run with it.
Okay.
You know, so with if he don't know already.
Okay.
With lawn care, cleaning companies,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say those two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it with those two. They kind of around the
Really,
same.
most service industries that can service a commercial customer.
Right.
Yeah.
So who they really want to target
Yeah.
is property managers,
Mm.
property management companies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If he get in, or anybody,
Right.
if they get in with one property management company,
Right.
they got a huge portfolio.
Right.
If you give them a deal on one good property, they gonna say, "Oh, Mills Pro, can you go and check out this other one for me?"
Right. Right.
And that's when your wings is just gonna spread.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm talking about like, whew, you gonna be like, dang, they throwing so much money at you.
Right.
You'll be like, man, I didn't think it'd be this way.
Wow,
You know what
okay.
I mean? Property managements are perfect for cleaning services,
Mhm.
and lawn businesses.
Okay. Let's go
You
a
know
little
what I'm
deeper
saying?
for a second.
Okay,
Then.
go ahead.
How do you who are you talking to? So how do you even get in touch? So we know look for the property management.
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking for a specific title? Are you emailing them? Are you calling them? Are you going in there face to face? How you getting to them?
Face to face is the best. You gotta, me personally,
Yeah.
I can talk. I know how to sell myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't know how to sell yourself, email.
Right.
If you good on the computer, you do that. But going in there and getting that joke, throw a little joke out there to them, get comfortable,
Yeah.
open them up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When I say it's a win-win situation, hey, a watch guy in the mall told me
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. So now I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Let's take it back a little bit.
Mhm.
So what made you even get started with a lawn care service in the first place? What made you want to do that?
Working for my dad.
Yeah.
He has a lawn company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has
Shout
a
out
lawn
to
company.
Pop. Shout out to Pop.
Shout out to Pop. Yeah, shout out to Pop. He basically put me out there, worked me like a dog.
Right. Right.
He when I say did not let the gas off of me, he just kept stepping on, putting
Right.
it down on me, and I was working sun up, sun down, to
Mhm.
where he instilled it in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then it became easy.
Right.
I jumped out there, like I said, I think it was like 2016
Mhm.
when I jumped out there, and I literally stopped working with him. I only had like 1,500 in my bank account. I literally jumped out there. It was crazy.
And just invested your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally went broke in maybe the first 2 weeks.
Right.
Because I I bought a what was it? I bought a hedge trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first like investment beyond getting. I mean, besides like when I left him.
Right.
So I had already bought a truck when I was working with him. Bought like a little Chevy S10, leaking oil.
Yeah.
I bought a little 4x8. I mean, that thing was leaking oil bad. I had a crazy story on that too.
Look, you just reminded me about one for me. I forgot. Go ahead.
But it was like, look, it was leaking oil, right?
Right.
I'm in this rich neighborhood.
Right.
I'm talking about they loaded. And he had pavers in his driveway.
Yeah.
Man. I drove up on the pavers.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Is your truck? Is your truck leaking oil?" I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, you embarrassed.
He called me out. I was like, "No, I'm not leaking oil." He said, "Well, move it up a little bit." He said, "See, that's what."
He told you, see, look. Dang.
He was like, "See, it's leaking oil." He said, "If you don't mind parking on the street."
No.
He was like, "Parking on the street for me."
You got me crying on the video.
Hey,
Oh,
my little S10, I ain't lying. Like, hey, at the time I had a little Chrysler 300, right? So that little Chevy S10 that was leaking oil made me feel like a man.
Right.
I'm like, dang. I'm 24. I got 2 vehicles.
I'm just getting back. That was a funny story.
Yeah, he called me out for real. Like, I mean, he had a little crazy accent. He like,
hey, buddy.
hey, that's exactly what he said. He said, "Hey, buddy, it's your truck." He said, "Is your truck leaking oil?" I said, "Nah." This thing good. I know it's good.
Right.
When I tested it, I didn't know. I'm talking about this man had a mansion too.
Right.
He had a
You know, fuck the whole neighborhood up. Oil all on the street and shit.
Hey, he had red pavers going down the whole
Right.
driveway.
Dang.
Man, he said, I'm not trying to mess my pavers up." He told me to park in the street, so I moved in the street, and I'm looking like, dang, I really did drip. My joint was really dripping oil.
Right.
So, I would, like I say, dripped a little oil. I moved in the street, and I got to it, and he was like, "Boy, you know how to do a yard.
Yeah.
But you ain't fixed that leak." You gotta fix that leak. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, that was that there. But I didn't mean to make you laugh.
Look, I gotta find my questions now. Cause at first we were building. I didn't need the questions, but now.
Right.
Alright,
Yeah, I
let's
can
see
make
here.
you laugh.
Right. You killed me with that one. So for now, so we know you got a lead from a lead generation service, right?
Uh-huh.
At cleanbiznetwork.com.
That's right.
Alright.
That's right.
And you said it was legit. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to test it out to see if it'll work on another industry and not just the cleaning industry. And so we sent you one for apartment. You said it was legit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to ask you, how come you never reinvested with it?
I think at the time, like right now, the work capacity
Yeah.
got a little bit too much from even the people that I even
Right.
hired. You know what I'm saying? So with that one there, it was a great lead.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it, being honest. I
Okay.
recommend it. It was a great service. All I had to do was show up. It was already ready.
Yeah.
But at the time, I got it to the point where everything was already rolling, and I had to stop. The pandemic kind of came,
Right.
and people laid off with unemployment. Somebody got me with it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a paper right now talking about unemployment, but yeah, but
Which is stuff that people don't talk about on YouTube.
right.
That's the part of it. I mean, you ready for that?
Right. But yeah, no, I would definitely recommend it. Like I said, when I'm in the hiring process, you probably see on my page, I probably put now hiring
Right.
so many times on
Right.
it, because it's like,
Trying to keep up with the demand.
Yeah.
So basically, what he just said, y'all, was he recommended the service if you need customers.
Mm-hmm.
He demands so much that he don't even need no extra. He just got customers coming in. If anything, he's trying to find some workers. That's what he just said.
literally coming here.
Yeah.
I got a call of basically signing a new contract, another commercial.
That's great. That's what's
Another
up.
commercial.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate
Yep.
it.
And speaking of on the way here, right? So speaking of congrats too, because I know we text and talk all the time. So,
Mhm.
you told me about you was in a auction recently.
Right.
And in the beginning of the interview, I told them you went to things. Let's talk about that for a minute. So, what else did you went to? What is this auction about? How did it go? Like, what's going on?
It's real estate.
Okay.
So basically, I bid on what they call tax delinquencies.
Right.
So people don't pay their taxes. You go in with some cash.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Right.
And you got a piece of God's green earth. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So basically, what I do is I try to build them up, rent them out. I wanted to mention this to you too.
Okay.
The one that was purchased yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna sell it. I'm not a flipper.
Mm.
I don't really like. I like to buy them and keep them. You know, develop them. But
Right.
this one right here got like an old abandoned house on it.
Right.
I don't want to do nothing with it.
Right.
So, I'm gonna just get the cash.
Yeah.
You know, go back to the auction
Mm-hmm.
and look for something else. that I
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
Okay. So we got you in lawn care. We got you in real estate. We got you
Mhm.
in vending machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you got something else up your sleeve too. You and your wife got something going on. What else you got going on?
So basically, this was something for the wife because I wanted her to like have her little side thing. She
Right.
she
Now no
bring-
love though.
Yeah.
Look, cause she gonna call you out on. So I'm
I
gonna
know,
fix it
right?
down for
Okay,
you.
okay,
Look.
So basically, we rent tables and
Right,
chairs.
right,
We rent
right.
tables and chairs, and you know, people doing like their events or whatnot.
Right.
We also, well, I'm not gonna say we, she
Yeah.
will go out to their place and decorate it for them.
Okay.
You know, that's a upsell
Right.
on things. But the tables and chairs is sweet.
Mhm.
It's pretty sweet. I mean,
You just set it up and then you collect the
you
check.
know, we don't even set it up.
Dang.
We just drop them off.
And they set it up.
They set it up.
Ooh,
Yeah, we just,
okay.
yeah, that's it. I just drop them off at a place where it looks convenient at
Right.
that property. Give them their receipt.
Right.
They already pay for it in advance.
Right.
So sometimes, well, with some people, if it's a new customer, we'll get them to send a deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So from that deposit, once we get there, they send the remaining of the balance.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, it's pretty sweet.
That's
When I
what's
say
up.
it's nothing but put a little fuel in the tank,
Right.
you know, use the muscles, drop them off.
That's
you know?
what's up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up. So how do you manage so many different endeavors? You know what I mean? Like you invest in so many different things. You got the lawn care as your main bread and butter, but
Mhm.
you make sure that you always reinvest it. So
Mhm.
I guess the first question is, how do you manage it all?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I'm always moving.
Yeah.
That's how I mean it. I'm always moving. Like when I tell you I'm the type of person that I leave everything out. Like,
Yeah.
I drain myself every single day.
Right.
Like not literally,
Yeah.
but I guess we can say literally.
Yeah.
You know, I try to get it to where this is my philosophy of getting ahead.
Okay.
If you drain yourself every day of everything you need to do
Mhm.
and start working on the next day
Yeah.
and the next day,
Mhm.
in that one day, you are ahead 2 weeks. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like you basically ahead a week or what,
Fact.
you know what I mean?
Fact.
So when it gets to that time where you're 30, 31, 32 or whatever
Right.
it may be, you're like, damn, how did you accomplish so much in so little time?
Tell me about it.
And I'm like, you know, I don't waste no time.
Tell me about
You know
it.
what I mean?
Tell me about it.
Time is, I'm like every day when I wake up, I look at how could I beat time.
Mhm.
I know, because time is precious.
Yeah.
I
And it
look
never
at-
stops for nobody.
Right, it won't. It
Yeah.
won't. We can't steal it.
I'm telling
we
you.
can't, you can try to work towards it.
Right.
You can't stop it.
Right.
Nothing. So basically with me, I try to like beat time. That's like a crazy thing of a philosophy that I keep in my mind, but I'd be like, how can I beat time? How can I beat time?
Right.
And learn. I really don't like to miss too much of a process
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like if something gives me like a lesson, it's something that I needed. You know what I mean? Because if I already know how to do it and it gave me another lesson, kind of smacked me a little bit,
Right.
it was something I needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's what I kind of, I look for. I'm the type of person I'm gonna work until I see the failure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Push it to the limit.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
Now let's jump back a bit. Cause I jump forward and jump back. I want to,
Okay.
know what I mean, keep you
Okay.
on your toes a bit.
Okay,
but
okay.
but look, because I know a little bit about you now.
Right.
So I know that and I want to say this in particular because I want to speak to the people who think that, well, he probably went to school for business administration because he doing all of that.
Man.
He must got his daddy put him on. Now they want to find some type of excuse for why they can't do what you're doing.
Nah.
So can we rewind a little bit and go back to Charlestown and go back to, first off, how did you even get to down here in Florida? You know what I mean? Well, we both from Virginia. You know, we grew up there, and so how you get to Florida and like what's your educational background? Like how did you even get here?
That's great questions.
Yeah.
Great questions.
We gotta get in there.
Man, struggling times. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, with growing up school-wise, I struggled like crazy in school. I literally dropped out of school in 10th grade. I would never tell my kids that though. I'm pushing them.
Right.
You know, I'd be like, hey, you need to stay in school.
Right.
But when they get to the age of even, you know, I don't condone that, you know. If they gonna be in it, they gonna be in it.
Right.
But I didn't.
Right.
You
But
know,
for now, you gonna because they're younger.
Exactly.
Right.
They have to go.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I dropped out in 10th grade. I'm gonna say it was by choice. It was by choice. I got too old. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna leave out with my class. You know, if I'm not leaving out with y'all with that certificate, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna just leave out on my own. Yeah. So what I did was when I dropped out, I did come here for my last year. I basically snuck off to Florida, honestly.
Yeah.
I snuck off to Florida. We was kind of struggling like crazy in Virginia. My mama couldn't even give me 35 cents.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad. Like bad. I was struggling in school there. Right. Came here. I did pass to get to the 10th grade. But it was in 09. I was supposed to get out in 09. So what I did was I unenrolled myself. I don't know how I got through with that, but I unenrolled myself and I put myself in a technical school. Okay. It was called GTI at the time. Okay. That's in Quincy, Florida. Right. So business minded from a young age. This is where it gets crazy, right? My whole plan was trying to go to the technical school so that I could get the financial aid. Right. But they slapped me in the face. They slapped me in the face with it because when I went there, they said you don't even have a diploma. You don't have a diploma, so you can't even start a trade. You know what I mean? So my plans were to do barbering. I was like, I'm gonna cut a little hair. Right. I'm gonna use this financial aid. And at the time, I seen mobile homes online for like $1,000. I said, man, if I even get one of these bad boys, I'm set for them. And my mentality, I was like, if I get one, I'm set for the rest of my life. Right. You know, I'm like, I'm good. Right. And it didn't work. It didn't work. They told me, they was like, you gotta at least have your diploma to even get financial aid. Right. So I said, okay, I got something for them, being young and dumb. Right. I went to Tallahassee and tried to sign up for Lively. They told me the same thing. But let me backtrack. Let me backtrack just one little second. I went to GTI. I took the test because I was thinking that maybe I could just pass it. Right. I scored so low. I ended up going to the class 2 days and then I dropped out of there. Then I went to Tallahassee and tried to do it over there. I was like, maybe one of the schools will let me get in. Right. You know what I mean? And so I never got the financial aid. And, right. I
never went through the technical school or nothing.
Nah.
And so let's fast forward a bit then. So how does this guy who dropped out of school 10th grade, he never was really that good at school. He leaves his hometown, to this old another state. How does this guy become the guy that's sitting here with me today that's doing 6 figures in his business and has multiple companies? Like how you go from that no education to what you do now? What got you to this point?
Being honest, the drive, the vision. To me, that's like so important. It's still in front of me right now, the vision. I'm like, what do I gotta do to get to where I'm trying to get to? Right. And I think that my strong point with a lot of people that was around me, age homies, family members, what I had that was stronger than them, and people laugh at all the time, I had a lot of failure on my belt. You know what I mean? So going to go get new failure didn't bother me.
Right.
It bothered them.
Right.
You know, they was like, oh, if I fail, that's it. Man, I'm strong with failure. I mean, you can take everything away from me right now. I build it back up faster.
Right.
Literally, I will build it back faster.
Right.
Because I know it. But the failures got me. And like I say, with trying to move, I think, like I said, what got me was I was working with my dad. Working with my dad, and I instantly just said I'm about to leave him because I'm doing his jobs for him.
Right.
And he was just, basically kind of watching me in a way.
Right.
I was like, I can go do this on my own.
Right.
Then after I got the request that his clients wanted me to cut the yard, I was like, oh yeah, it's a go. It's a go.
Right.
So like I said again, I had like $1,500 in my bank account at the time when I left him. I left cold turkey. I said, I'm about to go ahead and start on my own.
Right.
Told the wife, she was like, you serious? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show you. I'm serious.
Right.
So from there it was history. I just took off.
Yeah.
But real estate was always my key.
Right. It was in the plan from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I could add in, and if I could add in just this little bit, lawn was not my first business that I started.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Lawn was not the first
Because
business.
you talked about, I feel like right now what we building on is you failed forward.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
most definitely.
what was the business that you failed in before you got to this?
It was clothing. It was clothing. Yeah.
Which explains that Instagram name.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody Nicio.
Okay.
Nobody Nicio. So basically, this is how I kind of like got in with my wife as well, and I never changed my name.
Yeah.
Because Nobody is my name backwards. That's Davon.
I never knew that.
Yeah. That's Nobody. That's
Okay.
Davon.
Okay.
So, and I put the underscore, and it's Inicio. Inicio was basically Davon's beginning. Inicio stands for
Initial.
No, Inicio.
What is that?
That the definition is in the beginning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In
In
the
what
big-
language?
I think in Latin.
Okay.
I think it's Latin.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically it's in the beginning.
Yeah.
So on my journey of doing the clothing,
Right.
my wife at the time, that my wife now,
Mhm.
but at the time we weren't talking. She was working at Walmart.
Yeah.
Sorry for putting y'all, baby. But she was working at Walmart,
Right.
and I mean, like I said, this was years ago.
Right.
But she was working at Walmart.
Shit, I worked at Walmart. Look.
But look, I had these flyers, right?
Right.
It had my name on it. It had Nobody Nicio. A person that worked at the service desk with her was like, dang, that might as well say Nobody Genesis. My wife's name is Genesis.
Which is the beginning.
Which is the beginning.
Yeah.
I said, God dang, that's deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I never changed the name.
Right.
Because it really is, when I look at it, it's Davon and Genesis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's great. Shout out
Yeah.
to Jen. Look.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's why I never, like I said, I never changed the name, and she seen it. The funny thing is, she went to school for business. Went to school for business, and she jumped on me instantly, bro. When I said instantly, woo, she jumped on me instantly. I was like, this is what I'm doing. I took her to my place after we got cool.
Right.
Took her to my place. I had a room in there where it was nothing but Nobody Nicio. I had
Right.
tables, sewing machines, fabric everywhere, all
Right.
types of material.
Right.
She was like, what are your price points? She going at me like a nerd.
Yeah, she come with all them technical
Yeah,
terms
I'm like-
from school and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Price point.
Yeah.
This how much I'm charging. I don't
Right.
know what the price point. That what you talking about? Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she like, I was like, I know this shirt right here is $100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She like, well, okay, well, how much did you put into it? I said, I know that fabric for that whole entire roll
Yeah.
was $100.
Right.
And what was it? I was like, these extra little pins were like $2-3.
Yeah.
She was like, but you gotta put in your thread.
Yeah.
You gotta put in your time.
Right.
All of that adds up.
Right.
She was like, how much are you making when you see? She went on this paper and wrote down everything.
Right.
And I'm like, well, god dang, I ain't make that much. If according to your
Right.
sheet, I
Right.
didn't really make too much.
Right.
It looked like I made $10.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it went from that, and like I said, she started implementing things to strengthen it, to make it where to go, and we can grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the end, well, I mean not the end, but right now, to this very point, when I see something, because I have the vision,
Yeah.
I would say that out of us, I am the visionary person. I would say, what you think about this, babe? You know what I mean? She'd be like, good, or she'd be like, oh, you might. She's so detailed.
Yeah, she gonna get the particulars. Right?
Yeah, she's so detailed. I'm not detailed at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll blow past me with some stuff. Yeah, like I said, I'm vision. I'm like, you not gonna stop me from my vision.
Fact.
That's the first.
Man, I want to jump into so many different things because, like, this is a unique interview because I'm talking to somebody. It's almost like talking to the mirror, honestly.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right,
So
right.
it's so many things I want to cover for them in particular, the people back home from where we from.
Right.
But
right.
I ain't gonna go too far. So cause we gonna do a part 2.
Okay,
Gotta do
okay.
a part 2,
Yeah,
y'all.
most
Because there's
definitely.
so many things I want to jump
Most
into.
definitely.
But I'm gonna take it to this. Let's see here. What would you say to somebody right now watching this? And it's hoods all over the world. But be honest with y'all, I'm talking to where we from right now. 'Cause I got my boy with me here.
Okay.
What would you say to them? Like, how does somebody get to own a 6-figure commercial and residential lawn care company? How does somebody get to own vending machines and real estate and rentals? Renting chairs and tables and stuff. How does somebody get to own these businesses and do this type of numbers like you doing, like I'm doing, from where we from, with no type of, real education, no type of handout from a parent? We come from single parent home. How do you do that? What could you tell that person watching this right now, honestly?
In a simple term, I would say the power of broke. You know, the power of broke, like using that power of being broke to drive yourself. You know what I mean? Like, start with something. Figure out any little thing that you might have interested in.
Right.
You're interested in, and you know, if it's lawn, if it's doing hair, if it's cleaning cars. You know what I mean? If it's something like that, take it, do it step by step. Calculate. Put a few numbers out there and say, well, okay, I want to do 50,000 this year.
Right.
Break down how much it costs per car. If you charging $10 per car, you put $50,000 at the top of the key.
Yeah.
And then you work it down and break it down to smaller increments. You know what I'm saying? If you think, I don't got my calculator out, but let's say you want $50,000 in that year or whatever. You may want more, but I'm just giving an example.
Right.
50,000. From 50,000, you break that down. That's the yearly goal. Then you drop it down to how much I want to make how much in that 50,000 I need to make per month. So I'm guessing it's like 5,000 or something like that. I might be off, but I'm just
that's 10 months, but I'm with you though.
Oh, right.
About 4,000.
You might be like
something
4.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
you cleared me up.
Look, I don't know either. Look, I ain't got my calculator either, but we close. We in there. We know what we're talking about. Look.
So let's say you going down to this is how much you need to make. The 4,000 something a month.
Right.
Then you want to break it down to a weekly goal. From that 4,000 divided into 7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That 7 need to be down to 1 day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that 1 day is whatever that 1 day may come out to be.
Yeah.
You need to say, okay, well, this is how many cars I need to do.
Sell, right?
Exactly.
How many cars I need to sell to get to that goal that I'm trying to.
Exactly.
That,
you know what I'm saying? I hope I broke that down.
Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I do that. I literally do that every year.
Yeah.
I put a number out there, and I put it at the top.
Yeah.
And I break it down from.
Because they do the same exact thing, and I just want like sometimes they gotta hear it from a different person.
Right.
Maybe you can say it better. No, maybe I didn't break it down like that.
Right.
That's
why
why
I jacked up the number.
No. But I think they get the point though, and I think that too that you proof. Like you're proof, I'm proof. Like we didn't marry into rich people.
Right.
We didn't come from rich people. We don't have a business education.
Right.
We don't have anything.
So
We just got drive, dog, and we got math. We know how to goddamn look.
Exactly.
I got a product that costs $100.
Yep.
If I want to make that $100 turn into $50,000,
Exactly.
shit, I need to sell that 100 times 50, whatever.
Right.
Whatever it is,
Right.
and get there. So I'm with you 100% on that. So now I'm gonna shift it a little bit because that was the question I really wanted to get out you to wrap it up.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this fun thing I do now. It's called the lightning round. So I say a word or a phrase, and usually I have these rehearsed, but I ain't got it because you my dog. So I'm just gonna make it up. First, for the phrase or word that I say, you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, whatever it means to you. So you ready?
Okay.
Make sense? All right, back. Here we go. First thing first, marriage.
Balance.
Okay. I'm gonna stop right there. But we can get back to lighting around in a minute. Sorry, I interrupted it because it's actually a question I wanted to ask anyway. Because I think that's something that we both did that helped. How important do you think it was to settle down early to get you one good girl that, and the key word was good girl.
Right.
One good girl to settle down. Because we both settled down early. Young.
Right.
Do you think that had an impact on your success at all, or do you honestly believe you was gonna be who you was regardless?
That's a 50-50 shot there.
I believe the same thing. Look, same thing. Look, same thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I know they're gonna watch this, but
right.
honestly, I was gonna be who I was gonna be.
Right.
But
it definitely helped.
Right.
It definitely.
Speak on the point, please. Because I think that some guys gotta hear this, man.
It's a beautiful thing to have that partner that's gonna grind it out with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like with you doing the cleaning, if she picking up the rags and getting all that stuff and hitting the wall,
right.
You know what I mean? Now my wife, she did not get out there on the moor, but she didn't get on the moor, but I would say she definitely helped out structuring everything.
Yeah.
When I say structuring, she bad. She bad with it. You know what I mean? So now, like I said, if I bring in a new tool, I'll bring out, hey, check this tool out. You know what I mean? And she'll be like, okay. I got a video of her driving on the blower.
That's what's up,
you know what I mean? But it's a big and major key.
Yeah.
And I said balance because you might have you may have a hectic day. You might need some stress off of you. It don't have to be off of sex or nothing like that, but she could ease your mind. Right. She could take some of the weight off of you. She could be like, okay, if it's something that you need another look at,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Like take another idea of basically another opinion,
right?
You could basically be like, hey, what you think about this?
Right.
She might bring something out that
you didn't even consider.
Exactly, something genius. You know what I mean? So I definitely. I will always say balance with my wife though. Like I said, I'm writing something about that right now, but I'm gonna say balance. Like
okay. But all right, cool. I just wanted to point that out because I think, like for me too, it was one less thing I had to worry about. I remember sitting at Mike's crib. Shout out my boy Mike. You know what I mean? I was at him and Genki crib one time way back, and I remember telling him, I was like, dog, because I was kind of venting to them about her. You know what I mean? Because she was getting on my nerves. But I was telling her, I was like, if she just stopped tripping, she don't even know I'm ready to marry her now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's just because I don't got time to be worried about girls and chasing girls because I got enough to worry about right now trying to build this business. You know what I mean?
So a lot. Yep.
I just wanted this so they can get a second opinion on us about how important it is if it's a good girl. I'm just trying to be built with anybody.
Right. That's a big.
You know what I mean?
That's a big thing because, like I said, you don't want to be when you got that vision. Yeah. You don't want to just take that little brick to go find you a little shone bone
and throw you off. You know what I mean? You tricking up the re-up.
You're
shone bone. Look. I hate it.
You clean it up. I said shone bone.
And then you gotta clean it up over here. That cuss over here. Look, I'm cleaning it up for you, honestly.
But yeah. So shout out to Sean Bone.
All right, we'll go back to this lightning round. All right,
that was just a joke.
Right.
But yeah, but balance.
All right, absolutely balance. All right, back. Next phrase is Meals Pro.
Okay.
Meals Pro.
Oh, Meals Pro. Another level.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Level. Clean Biz Network.
Oh man. Whew. Gigantic. Like I mean.
Thank you.
Empire.
Thank you. Good enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Empire.
All right.
Major empire.
Let's see. Top 5 rappers of all time.
Top 5. My top 5. I'm gonna put Jay at the top. I really got like 3. I kind of like. I like.
No
Jay.
order.
Oh, okay. I like Jay.
5. Okay.
I like Ross.
Okay.
I like Nipsey. I got on him kind of late.
Yeah.
I got on like soon as he passed.
Right.
But listening to his stuff,
you realize.
You heard Mailbox Money?
Yeah. Woo. Everything he put out.
He was deep. He was deep. From them 3, them really my 3. But I would say
And 2 more. I need 2 more.
I'll probably say Kanye.
Okay.
Maybe Kanye. J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole.
Okay. He made the cut last interview too at number 5. That's what's
okay,
up. Look.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, back. Your favorite movie?
Ooh, man, I got a top 10. But right now, I'll probably
Give me 5. Top 5.
Give me 5. Okay. The Founders.
Okay.
The Laundromat.
Okay.
I like American Gangster.
Mm-hmm.
How many was that?
That's
3.
Yep.
Okay. American Gangster. I liked it. New Jack City.
Okay.
New Jack
That's
City.
a classic.
Yeah, and then I like Paid in Full is one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Paid in Full.
Okay.
Give it to Paid in Full. Yeah.
I like Paid in Full. All right, but I'm trying to think of some more lightning around. Let me see what else I got for you.
Let me say this though.
Okay.
The reason why I like American Gangster
Mm-hmm.
because I like his setup of what he did
The
on.
way he structured it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He made like multiple businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they needed,
Yeah.
he made it a business.
Right.
So they driving the traffic and things through. Oh, if you need your car done, go there. But we're
Right.
selling you the work through.
Right.
It. You know what I mean?
I
It's
like
just a
that.
lot of different things. That's what I like about it.
Okay. Top 5 entrepreneurs.
Mark Cuban. All of them not crazy business. I like Trump though.
Okay.
I don't know nobody else.
I like him as a businessman too.
Yeah, I like him as a businessman. He's funny too. He's a character.
He is funny.
Dame Dash, I gotta put him in there.
Okay.
I like Jay.
Okay.
I know they opposite.
Right. But you can learn from both.
Right. And I like Ross.
Last one.
I like Ross, yeah.
Okay,
But if I could throw another one
Okay.
in, AJ Simmons.
Appreciate
AJ
you.
Simmons, yeah.
Appreciate
let
you.
me take one out. Let me take one out and put you in there.
He said, watch out, Ross.
Yeah,
man.
right.
Appreciate that. Appreciate because you one of my favorites. You know, I put you.
Oh, man,
I
I
posted
appreciate
it
it.
on
I
my
appreciate
Instagram
it.
and everything.
I
All right,
appreciate
last one. Social media.
Okay, social media, hype.
I knew you was gonna say something along the line. I had to do it. Look,
Hype.
this man building real wealth, man. He don't like the
Hype.
fake stuff. But one thing about it though, he like we come from the same cloth. You know what I mean? And one thing about it, he about to build that YouTube up. He about to get himself out there, build that personal brand. So even though there's a lot of fake people on here, if we could be candid and honest, which we can, because that's what the fuck we do over here, right? But honestly, there's a lot of fake people out there, and it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, it's time for the real to step up. Now, I mean, it's time for people who really building wealth. This man really building wealth out here, and a lot of people don't know it because he don't post it, and people think just because it ain't online, it ain't real. That's why you see me starting to post a little bit more. That's why you see I'm wearing a little bit of jewelry now. I had on 2 chains at first, but I decided I ain't go too far.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we got to get out here because these young people keep falling for these fake people, thinking that they just gonna put a little bit of work in, and just like that they're gonna be rich overnight. And that's just not what it is, dog. It take years of sacrifice. It take tenacity. It take drive. It take you spending your last $1,500 and not knowing and going broke afterwards. You know what I mean? Like you said, it takes so much, dog. So without further ado, man, appreciate you, DJ, for coming on, dog, for sure. And how can we follow your journey if we want to see you and more of you and ask you any questions if we got questions for you?
Facebook is Novad Inicio.
Okay.
That's NOVAD space INITIO.
Okay.
On Instagram is Novad Inicio.
Okay.
As Novad NOVAD _ INITIO.
Okay.
And that's pretty much
All
it.
right, babe.
Facebook and Instagram.
All right, Facebook, Instagram,
And
Novad Inicio.
YouTube
That's
coming.
what I'm gonna get to.
YouTube coming is your success system. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
But how about the book? I know you working on it. I know you cooking the book up.
Oh yeah, I'm cooking one up. I haven't squared away the name or anything.
Okay.
I'll tell you about that.
Bet. So we gonna keep you. Better yet, go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on Facebook and YouTube. And then when that book drop, you already be on it, man. This is one of the best the greatest entrepreneurs I know in real life. This is one of them right here, man. So appreciate you for coming on.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Appreciate y'all.